What's up traders, welcome to live streaming from Forex Trading Wizard Academy. This is Forex Wizard, your trading coach. I'll be doing a live trading session and live analysis, live discussion about trading psychology, live trading fundamental and technical aspect of trading. So as usual, today also we'll be looking at all the pairs including gold. Let's see how the price is doing now. As you can see, gold on the market, little bit of manipulation happening, so which is healthy for the market, because when there is a manipulation there will be a movement. And as you have seen yesterday also, we had a great live trade, and we'll be looking for some more trade like that along the way. So before I begin this session, a couple of things you can do. Join the free Telegram channel, link in the description, and also give a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done yet. So make sure you like this stream so that it's shown to more people. So you can see that gold, we had couple of calls today. What we see that gold, as you can see, this is a very consolidation phase, and there's a little bit of manipulation also, but at the same time we could see a bit more stronger movement, as there is a news coming later today. We might see a little bit of upside now on the lower time frame. I'll be starting with the daily chart on gold. Now from the daily, what we see that so far, once the market opened from this, after this massive drop yesterday on gold, you have seen that there is a massive drop from this daily 20 EMA. Gold has a completely broken all this support and then has dropped in this zone. Now today, once the market opened, after a little drop, the price bounced. Now this is crucial to know, either this price is going up back up to the resistance and then coming down, or we could see a drop from here. Maybe the way we see the price action is developing, we could see what I think that we could see an initial drop in that zone, and then maybe we could see later an uprise. So what I think that gold, maybe during the news we might see primarily, because this is the daily opening and closing on gold, you can see that this is where the market opened on the daily, and that daily opening and closing zone, which is a very high liquidity area, has not been tested yet. We could see a test during the news. So this is the daily perspective from 4 hour. The price action is very interesting. You can see there is a doji. Okay, that doji has a has crossed the previous ones to the upside and downside, which is a kind of bullish doji. And now this current candle on the 4 hour, once the market open gap, now the buyers a little bit of pushing that price high. So let's see now on the 1 hour, we see that just now an hourly candle closed as a doji also. So this price action on the 1 hour is now trying to create that bullish move. We could see, this is a little bit of complicated price action, as you can see. What I think that we might see a little bit of upside with the news coming up on gold. Let's see if we can expect that movement on the lower time frame. So from the 15 minutes, this is a completely a bit more in consolidation, as I mentioned, the sideway. So let's look at the 5 minutes now to see where we can find the trading opportunity. Now you can see that this is the 5 minutes chart. The gold is moving in this channel. Okay, this is the channel. The price was moving whenever going to the resistance, dropping back down to the support, and this is where when it is moving in this channel, what I think that locally we could see that drop that we discussed on the daily. That's why multi-time frame looking at is very important, because each time frame will tell you different story, and what time frame we are trading is the most important. Now if we trade on the 5 minutes, what I am expecting gold to break towards the downside before moving to the upside, because this channel, you can see that this is a bearish channel, and it should be breaking towards the downside. Okay, unless we see that strong bullish move coming, then we will be looking at that. That's why once you will see the price action clearly showing direction, we will understand in fact which way this zone here, in only in that area it is showing bullish, but channel is a bearish channel. Okay, so let's see along the way any trade coming, definitely will be opening the position. So let me know in the chat guys also how you guys are doing, and definitely any trade coming along will not be missing. Let me know in the chat if you have any question, which one you are trading, and let's see how it goes. Hopefully that you guys are enjoying the trading day. Mr. Kesamon, hi sir, please check NASDAQ. Yep, absolutely, we'll be looking at that. Thanks for that. Hello, welcome, good afternoon. Mohammed, thanks for that. Welcome. James, thank you. I'm gold trade with you, thank you very much. Dawn, that's awesome. I still have gold. Should I exit? Zofia, I think yeah, you can exit if, because it's a very tight trade. Let's see how it does. I think that we might see upside. Okay, we might see that upside, so let's see how it does. There's a dodgy 15 minutes here. I think that we might see upside so far in the 5 minutes, but as I mentioned that it's very complicated here. Still not sure which way might be breaking. It might break to the upside. Okay, and if we see that, then we'll understand actually which way the market will be heading. So let's see what might be doing gold. Harzan, thank you very much. Wanda, good afternoon. Hello coach, thank you very much. Hello, thanks for joining here. Okay, so let me see, 15 minutes. You know, this is a bit more this structure, you can see it's not very organized structure. Okay, because it's in a consolidation, even we might see the price is doing like that or it's breaking like that. So looks like that you know, bulls little bit of active because there is a news coming, and news normally makes a bit more volatile. So it might be forming a W here. So if it forming W, we could see that break towards the upside. Let me see, you know, before the news if we find an entry. So you see just now the price crossing this resistance line. Okay, so we'll keep that eye on gold as the news coming. We will be looking at that. You see the price now after crossing all these highs, forming a long wick candle. If it managed to, you know, even it could, after grabbing liquidity, okay, it could even continue to drop even. Okay, there is a many ways we can see the market depending on the current time price action. We'll see once we are ready, you know, we know that it's gonna take off, we'll be looking for a trade. But first let's see what it is trying to do. Once you'll know that, we'll be able to trade the market. Okay guys, so in the meantime we'll come back to gold to see. Let me look at other pairs as well, what they are doing. Let me know in the live chat which one you are trading. Yeah, it looks like that it's a little bit of upside DXY. Let me see EuroCAD. So Euro looks a little bit of a stronger. Dollar Swiss franc, dollar yen, we are on a trade on dollar yen also. I think dollar yen also we should be able to see upside. Let's see if dollar yen is upside, then we might see that gold is downside. Let me see US oil. WTI previous session has formed this is a very strong bullish price action on WTI. We saw this bullish candle, and as a result we saw these sessions. Once the market open, has formed another bullish move towards the upside on WTI. If I look at the daily, we can see the WTI form bullish structure here. If we look at the weekly on WTI, what I see that from the weekly perspective, there are back-to-back quite a few weeks of bullish move on WTI. Now if I look at the monthly on WTI, we can see that from the monthly, once the market open, there is a a move has come to the upside on WTI. This is a bullish move, and with that bullish move we can see that from the weekly, there is a, after this long week candle this week also, the price has gone to the upside. I think that WTI might be moving towards the upside, very highly likely, because the price is forming long week candles and series of higher low. So if we look at the daily, we can see how the price is doing from the daily perspective, that WTI is moving upside. So from the further lower time frame, from the 4-hour, we can see that WTI, there is a, this is a, can see this is a massive liquidity grab and a middleman, and we saw with that formation the price is breaking to the upside. And because you can see there is a gap opening drop, the price might be trending in this direction. So there is a very high probability for WTI to continue to trend to the upside. Okay, so you see that WTI is moving in that direction. We could highly likely to see WTI is bullish. Okay, US oil. So let's go back to gold. We see how it is doing. Let me see. You can see that afterwards again rejection from the resistance line. It is really important to see what it is doing. Okay, as I mentioned, it, because it grabbed liquidity, now it could even again drop. So that's why until we see the directional bias is clear, we will be just looking at. Now gold, you can see there is a liquidity grab here. Okay, and then we saw this rejection. Now it is crucially important to see how it is breaking to the upside, or it is coming down and breaking towards the downside with the with the upcoming news. Okay, so that's a long week candle. Let's see, okay, which way it is breaking is the crucial point here. Okay, so we might see, you can see this bearish price action. you might see that downside, and then until we see the clear direction, we don't know yet. And once you see find that direction, we will be looking for that trade. But this is a 15 minutes candle which has which is a kind of middleman. It could lead to the upside. And if I look at the 1 hour, let me see that 1 hour price action. So from the 1 hour, we saw the price has tested the high. Now we might see it might come down to test the low. And let me see the 30 minutes, 15 minutes. 15 minutes showing a little bit of organized. 5 minutes is very complicated, very choppy. Now this kind of movement, it might break to the upside. The way it is forming, the symptom of breaking to the upside, but as I mentioned, might change anytime and coming down again. So as the news coming in 14 minutes, it is crucial to see which way the market is going. The symptom of breakout is to the upside, but let me see if we can see that 1 hour. So where we can expect it to be heading if it is breaking to the upside. From the daily, could see that retest 1954. So the 5 minutes candle, the one that you see, this is a so you see that formed inverted head and shoulder here. Now the most important part here, the spike. So as this news is coming in 10 minutes, it is crucially important to see how this candle is closing. This is the resistance line. And if the price managed to fail this, to break this resistance, then we might see the other way around. But this one here, this is structure, looks to me bullish structure. It's still not confirmed yet. We need to see which way the price is grabbing liquidity. Now this long wick candle, you can see this, it has grabbed liquidity from the resistance. Now if you are not sure about the liquidity, let me know in the chat. I'll explain more. There are quite a few videos also explain about the liquidity. And what I see that this one here on looks to me that there is one here, there's one. So the price is gathering liquidity from the support level. It is very important to look at which direction the price is gathering liquidity. Now before the news, so before the news, as I mentioned, it needs to first break this resistance line. It's now coming the other way. So this is the crucial point here. Okay, now this current candle, if we see that this one, let's say, grab liquidity from the top, rejected, that means that we might see downside. If we see this one is gathering liquidity from the support, then we might see break to the upside. There will be 2 more candles before the news, and that will really give us a very important price action. Let me see what it is trying to do here. Okay, we see that downside, which is okay, so from this, if this one is forming a double top and then breaking down, then we might see that we might see the prices coming to the daily support level. In that case, we might see even the price is coming to this level here on the daily support. Okay, as I mentioned, see this how the price is changing its momentum. This is really important to see. Okay, so will be is it, so the price is still maintaining the resistance. We saw the liquidity grab from the top. Okay, so far you can see this is a very nice price action. This is the last candle before the news. Let's see what it is trying to do here. What we saw, this is support level, the price is bouncing off this level. Okay, so we see that bounce to the upside. Okay, so yeah, as usual, is breaking up. Breaking up. Could enter here, but anyways, we'll see how it is doing. So as I mentioned, it's from the W, the broken out, and with that movement from 1 hour, okay, so you could see gold is heading to the resistance line to this level. So let's see how the news being released, and then we'll look for an entry. So if we look at the news, which is coming in around 1 minute later, so unemployment claim, it's a very high impact news. Let's see, that's why we saw that gold strengthening in gold. So double doji, which is bullish pattern, we might see in that move the price is going to the 20 EMA on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, so with the candle close, we need to see a retest of this level. It might make a spike down to retest, and then we could see that bounce, right? Okay, the mention is coming. Okay, that bounce has come. There is a massive bounce. Okay, so that's the bounce has come, and we might see that the price is heading to that level now. That's a massive move, guys. Okay, so the price didn't enter here. Let's see where you can find an entry. There was an entry here. Okay, let me know in the chat, guys, how you're doing. Thanks for that. Hello, coach, how are you? And thanks very much. I'm good. Meherzan, I really love your analysis. Thank you, Meherzan. Thanks for appreciation. Dollar CAD, yeah, USD CAD, Gbpusd, CAD JPY, yeah, absolutely. Hello, thank you very much. Hello, Joke, thank you very much. Ladil from Nigeria, good afternoon, sir, my honorable coach. Thank you very much. Good afternoon. AUDUSD, the physical. Coach, psychological control in trading is the hardest thing. I always say I'll do. Always say I will not do that. I do. Yeah, Mamata. That's a very common word to say that. Yeah, this is a all human being developing a sound trading psychology is really needs, and to accelerate that one must have some rules in place. So also I will discuss more on that this weekend as well. On Sunday London session time, I will be releasing a content explaining what rules you should keep to stay ahead or to develop a sound trading psychology. I know it's hard. I know that we say we'll do, but we do the opposite. And there are some way you can minimize. Okay, I will explain everything, the rules, that what rules can be placed to reduce that and accelerate and strengthening your trading psychology. Okay, acceptance is the first thing. Keep in mind that when you accept, you transcend. Okay, and this is the main thing. Keep in mind, because when you accept, 80% problem solved. You might say that, what do I expect? For example, not stressing out that, okay, why every time I can't keep the commitment. Because when you say that, okay, let it happen, okay, I'm not gonna quit, even I'm making mistake, but I still allow myself to do that. This is the key points. Okay, so you need to it's a kind of self-love. For example, as a human being, we do certain things that defy the logic rules, but it takes little bit of time for the brain to adjust with any kind of tactic. Because though we think that we are rational, we logical, but as a matter of fact, everything dominates by our midbrain. Okay, and that's the reptilian brain that operates based on emotion. Okay, you see, this is where understanding is. If you ask yourself a question, you'll see that 99% of us, we think that, you know, we do based on logic, reasoning, everything, but 99% of us in fact act based on emotion, based on what I consider that, you know, instinct. Okay, so to by understanding it, you almost solve 50%, 80% of the problem. The rest will depend on a little bit of effort and holding on to it. So once you know that, okay, everyone does this, I also do, it doesn't mean that you are allowing something that you don't want to do. You are actually making a room for it to happen so that you can learn from it. This is how it works, everything. Okay, so once you create a room, because if you stress, then what will happen is that you ultimately quit, because that, as I mentioned, that majority of the things come from our mid-brain. So on the 5 minutes there is a bullish candle, we missed that here. So that, if we look at the weekly, okay, so we had that bounce from the weekly, yeah, so just moving to the upside. All right, so what happened is that when we know that this is how it works. Okay, let's say if I tell you you need to go to the top of the mountain, right? Now you might say, okay, why do I need to climb that mountain? All right, it's so bumpy, so sharp, so hard. What is the acceptance is that, okay, the mountain is bumpy, is hard, but I'm gonna do it, right? So then you started to walk towards it. That is how everything happens. So this is why it's important. So let's look at now. You see that not giving an entry to us, which is a bullish. Now, as I mentioned in the beginning, see, when you give yourself some time, you know, when it was breaking, you remember that I was talking about that I see this price action highly likely might be breaking to the upside. And how did I know? In the beginning I didn't know, right? I was also not knowing anything, but you know, once I give a lot of time in front of the chart, okay, I had a mentor. In the beginning I didn't know anything. I took courses, I you know, joined mentorship program. I traded with the professional trader in their environment. Then I have been, you know, I have been able to learn it. So this is what I say you guys, that you know, if you want to accelerate, also you always stay connected. Join us also. There is a link in the description. There is a website link. Click the link and then join our mentorship program. Will really help you to accelerate. You will see all the trades, you will learn all the strategies, you know, available to trade. That will really help you to develop. So there is a link in the description. You can visit the website. Any question, let us know. We'll be discussing on that. Gbpusd, Richard, yeah, absolutely. And Ibrahim, good afternoon, coach. Is Gbpusd fully bearish now? Because I see price retest neckline on the 4-hour, head and shoulder. I will be looking at that. Good evening, sir. Thank you very much. Good evening. Obina, great job, coach. I made 2 from gold. Keep up. Okay, thanks, Obina. It's a very good approach. That's awesome. Vinaya, please explain if unemployment claims comes higher than the previous, and then okay, so let's see the result that you're talking about. So what do you saw that unemployment claims? What's the question, Bivane? Please explain if unemployment claims comes higher than previous. Okay, so very simple. You can see that unemployment claim came 261k, which is more than expected, right? So unemployment claim more means is bad for DXY. Very simple. Okay, so that means that more people are unemployed, which is very simple. If you click that, you'll see that how it will impact. Actual less than forecast is good for currency. So now actual is greater than forecast, bad for currency, the other way around. Okay, so bad for currency means that causes the DXY to be weaker, and that weakness give the gold strength. Okay, very simple. And that's why we saw that that movement, okay, which is dodgy. The prices bounce to the upside. So yeah, we might see, ultimately we could see the price going to meet this resistance line, because you can see there is a liquidity grab here, massive drop, highly likely to retest, and then we might see again coming down here. Right, so which is yeah, this is why we saw that unemployment with the price action. So DXY has a drop, and that lead the gold to the upside. Thank you. Gold 5 minutes time frame. If zoom out, can you see bearish flag? I think we discussed it. Dollar yen, absolutely is one. Whenever we see long candle, it's always tempting to open an order. Yeah, so this is long candle always tempting, yeah, because the price is going up and we feel like that, okay, jumping on a trade, looking for an entry. This is all about developing a rule based strategy. Then this is why I discussed that about the rules, and I will be discussing more this weekend as well, how you can develop strong rules, which is very important to be profitable as a trader. Because if you don't have a rule, then whenever you see the price is bouncing, you might feel like, okay, this is the time to go long, let's buy or sell. It's very important to have that. Thank you, coach, for teaching our patience. This one, yeah, this is very important. Okay, patience is the key, right? Patience is the key. If you don't develop that, then if you are trading with any prop firm, that that patience is more important there. Okay, there are more rules in it. Okay, so it is important that you develop that patience. Patient mindset is very, very important as a trader. To develop patience, always look at the bigger picture, right? Because patience come normally from looking at very short term aspect, then you might struggle with the patience. For example, if you look at one trade, about yesterday, about tomorrow, about today, okay, that will cause you to be impatient. Because when you look at the overall picture, for example, as I mentioned earlier, that what do you want to be in 1 year or 2 year time, where do you want to go, and that will bring really patience. Just asking this question and writing that down will change automatically. Writing is very, very important. Keep in mind, there are something that needs to do, right? If you write down, that will directly go to your subconscious, because at the end of the day we operate from our deeper mind. So if you write that down, being patient, okay, if you write that down, what exactly who you want to be in 1 or 2 year, that will give you biggest strength of becoming patient as a trader. Right. Thanks for that. I was in long position and tip you. Awesome, Meherzan, thanks for that. Coach gold entry, yeah, Usdjpy. Okay, so we saw that we there was an entry here, but we didn't take it. Let's see, it's already bounced up. We'll look for entry opportunity once we'll see that. What's your betting? Yeah, I'll be discussing that on my best trading strategy. Absolutely, thanks for asking that. Abdul Gold coach, good evening, coach. And his No, I'm not going to sell at the moment. We see that the market in fact has moved well above, so it's a very strongly bullish market, though this move is quite vertical. This move is vertical. So always trading with the trend is the best practice. Always, even you know, if the price reverse from here, it could reverse now, but I always trade with the trend. Okay, if you look at the daily, so from 4 hour this move happened. From the daily, it's almost nearly to the resistance. I think it might even come to the daily 20 EMA today again to test this, and then we might see that price dropping back down. So very interesting price. You can see this is a very the price was respecting this resistance, has broken to the upside, has come back down and going up for a retest. So it is crucial to see okay. So yeah, this is a movement. Let's look at Fred. Hello coach, thank you. Actually I have learned a lot from your teaching. To extend, I can definitely trading opportunity by myself and make profit. My god, thanks Fred, thanks for that. Yeah, this is why, you know, I give everything to the community so that you guys learn and grow. You know, this is where the fulfillment comes. Thanks for mentioning that. So your screen price showing blur. How? Let me know what exactly it is, Martin. I need major event to decide the direction. Need a major event to decide the direction. Before that, the price is only ranging between 90. Yeah, normally, you know, the event causes the market to blow out in majority of the time, and this is where you can see the price was ranging here and then suddenly, you know, has broken to the upside with this. So you can see this is a now from the 5 minutes the price has formed this is a downside. Let me see. me see. Now, I normally try to avoid trading against the trend. There is a bearish candle here. We could see that drop, but it's a little bit risky trade. We could go short from here now to this level. Let's see. You know, there's a quote from JC Livermore. I really like that quote, and I follow these advices because they are the wise trader. So in his quote he says that buy the market which is fully bullish, sell the market which is fully bearish. Okay, this is a very key points. Now this is why I don't look for reversal, I look for trend. Now how do you know that which market is fully bullish, which market is fully bearish? Do you have an idea on this one? Let me know in the chat, guys. How do you know a market is fully bullish or a market is fully bearish? As you can see again, so we might still see that bullish move. Yeah, so we might, let me see what it is trying to do. Okay, so if we see that might see now coming down. So how it is forming the structure is very important to see. It is still forming bullish or that has gone up. So buyers are stronger than the sellers, as you can see. So it's still forming the bullish market structure. Okay, there is a probability for further movement. So this is 15 minutes candle closing, very strong movement, long wick candle, which is typically bullish price action. You still can expect for further move. Very interesting price action. You can see maintaining a bullish market structure yet. Thank you, coach, for all things. Yeah, thanks for that, Madden. Thanks, coach, I appreciate. Thank you. Yadu Krishna, coach, how do you overcome fear? I had taken a lot of trade on gold because of fear of loss. I'm closing early every time hitting profit, but it's small. Yeah, that's a very common. Yeah, the Krishna will be discussing that. That's a very good question. Okay, thanks for that, market. Coach, I love the idea. Once you shared with us, the idea is to try to buy high and sell low. Yeah, that is the only way, Martin, is to rewire the brain. It is very important because trading is not that hard that we think. Is the psychology, the mindset that we need to develop to trade with the trend. Okay, by default, we feel like the trading against the trend. You'll see that in the beginning, a lot of I also started to trade against the trend is because there is a reason behind it. If you look at from a very as I mentioned, very fundamental aspect, is the why do we, let's say here, most retail trader might think to sell from here. Okay, why? Because if you apply common sense, what we feel like is that, as I mentioned, we mostly dominated by our midbrain. Let's say there is a massive move happen, the price in a zone. Okay, now why we think that, okay, the price has already made a move, now it's easy to drop. Okay, it's easy to drop, but it's difficult for us to think that, okay, it will go up again. It becomes a little bit of complicated to think is because there is an unknown here. Okay, there is an unknown, and we feel like, okay, the price may not be, already has gone well above, may not go. So if you look at a trend, for example, like that, okay, trend, you will see that this happen all the time, a long trend. Now here, when you think of buying, we see all this move here, but we don't see anything here, right? So that what we see is familiar, and we think that already the price 1 2 3 4 5 6 or 5 wave already has moved. It can't be anymore, it's too much now, it should be dropping, like that we think. But this is why, this is where is the emotional trading comes in place. This is how we think emotionally. This is why it says that the trading with emotion means trading with feeling, trading with by without understanding the market structure. That's why like a rewiring brain is important. Now how I practiced not to think that way is, every day I used to imagine like that, okay, the market is going up, okay, now instead of thinking anything else, I think that, okay, here is, let's say, here is, if you consider a falling market, it becomes much easier to understand. Let's say here 1 kilo, okay, now it drops to this level, you put a weight 1 kilo, it drops to this level. Now here is another kilo, okay, now how the price should do, should it go up, it should drop. So that means that the stronger the drop, the further the price will drop. Okay, so in that way we start to think to sell more on a falling market, buy more on a bullish market. That's how it becomes much easier for us to, whatever way, everyone has his own way. There are some little techniques sometimes will help you to understand the movement, because it's like a sports, trading is like a sports. Okay, so this is where it comes to understanding trading with the trend. Once you trade with the trend, see, with a very poor strategy, if you trade with the trend, that Yadu said a couple of minutes ago, that fear, okay, fear, how do you overcome fear? Now fear, what is in fact a fear? Fear is a human, every animal, human has fear in their mind. It's a survival, right? Because if there is no fear, we can't survive. Fear will keep you safe. But for success, fear is not something good for success, because if you consider us as a human being, okay, as a human being, we are millions of years we had developed, right? Now this modern world is safer, but if you consider, let's say, 10,000 years ago, there is no notion of success, right? 10,000 years ago, people were living in the cave, the only notion is to survive. Okay, in that time the brain work is either fight or flight or freeze. These are the three fundamental mode in the brain that used to operate for millions of years, right? And this is where the fear comes in, because when especially in a survival situation, the brain switch to a fight and flight mode. Okay, this is the core aspect that I'm telling you how to overcome fear, not only in trading. Okay, if fear will stop you from being successful, not as a trader, in every aspect. Okay, even it will stop you from being a good father, good mother, okay, good brother, good employer, anything. Fear is detrimental. Okay, now fear, as I mentioned, that when it comes to the the 10,000 years ago is needed, because it kept you people, what I can say, that safer. Now in modern world, that much of fear normally will keep you in the same loop, but will not let you be successful as a trader or anyone. So how do you then overcome fear? The only way one can overcome fear is by embracing it and facing it. So if I tell you about the fear, like there are many ways you can analyze and understand fear. Fear is a energy. It's a kind of energy that all of us has. So if you look at like the fear, guilt, these are some kind of energetic band that we operate in this world, and once you understand it, you can transform your life, what I can say, that abruptly. So the only way you can overcome fear is by facing it. For example, whatever you fear, expose it more and more and more, and what will happen is that once you do that, the brain is only operate based on experience. So once you, let's say you need to jump from 1 meter up, right? 1 meter high you need to jump. Now if you do it for the first time in your life, 1 meter high is not that much high, right? But you need to jump on it. If you stand up, because your brain doesn't know what will happen, this is where the brain will generate fear. It will say, okay, it is unknown. Okay, so where the fear come from? Fear come from unknown. Because if we consider our life, you'll see that this is the secret of becoming successful in anything, guys. Keep attention, is that when we wake up in the morning and then we do something, right? And then we do something else. So there is a cycle goes on all over the day, and this is where we create anything in our life. Now if you want to create something different, then you need to break the cycle. That is unknown, okay? And that brain doesn't like it. That creates fear. Now let's say if you want to jump, that you come back here, so brain will say, okay, it's scary, you haven't done it before, okay, it's fearful. And then interestingly, you might say, you may not embrace it. You might say, okay, it's not that much fearful, I know how to jump from here. But the problem is that this pole is a foam pole, okay? Anytime it might burst. That's why I'm not jumping on it like this. So what happened is that the midbrain, the fear that generates, it creates, it's unconscious kind. So that's why it's important that embracing the fear. If you say that, okay, I'm fearing from jump from here, that will solve 80%. And then once you jump from here, then what will happen? You see that, okay, nothing has happened, I have jumped from here, it's okay, right? And then the brain get the experience of no problem. Okay, next time you feel like we're jumping from a bit higher and then a bit higher. That's how you can overcome fear. It's very simple. So giving the experience and then facing it over and over again. So the only way you can write it down, that what you fear mostly, do it more and more, and then you'll see that it will go away. It's like as a wise man says that how do you remove the darkness from a room? Will you shovel out the darkness? No, just open the window, it will disappear by itself. So similarly, if you face it, it will just, it's like an illusion, it will just go away by itself. Whether you got it. So let's look at now what it is trying to do. 5 minutes. Okay, market, yeah, it's here is still bullish in this zone. Okay, okay, so see, so it's forming this structure. Let's see, once you'll find I think it's gonna move. Let me see that where it is trying to take off. Not that much of a strong bullish. Rather wait to see. Okay, in the meantime, let me look at other pairs. Let's go to reorganize it. So looking at Gbpusd, we can see that Gbpusd, there's a 4-hour middleman has formed on Gbpusd, a doji, which is a bullish candle on GU. And what we see that Gbpusd from this doji, the price has created this movement to the upside. Okay, so previous session liquidity gap followed by a doji, a kind of middleman, which is a bullish pattern. Gbpusd, highly likely that we will see that movement to the upside on Gbpusd. Okay, so that means that gold is still bullish. From the daily, we can see there is a daily doji, and we can see that on Gbpusd there is a middleman. Okay, any kind of pullback towards the downside, we can look for potential bullish opportunity. This daily doji on Gbpusd is a bullish pattern. Okay, from the weekly, we can see this market is forming this pattern. Okay, Gbpusd showing this is a news candle also, so which is in fact a bullish price action on Gbpusd, and we could see that this market again moving towards the upside. I think it's changing its trend from this downtrend to an uptrend, and we can expect Gbpusd to continue to rise in that direction. Okay guys, let me see Gbpusd. If we look at the daily, and we have looked at weekly, we looked at, so this is a from multi-time frame perspective, Gbpusd is bullish, and we could see that the market is trending to the upside on GU. Highly likely we could see that movement. Okay guys, in the meantime, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also press that bell button. This weekend also I'll be releasing some very important content, especially the smart money concept for those who are not sure about the smart money, keep eye during the London and New York session time. I will be releasing some very important valuable content that will help you to understand how the smart money is trading in the market. And also there will be some content about developing sound trading psychologies and how you can develop rules to strengthen your trading psychology. So make sure you give a big thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel to access all of them. So I'm going to pause for 2 seconds, so everyone, probably you're following long time, but we're good to do that. So that's awesome, thank you. Now let's see on euro dollar how it is doing. Now euro dollar also has formed a bullish price action. Okay, if we look at the daily, after this previous day's doji, the price we saw that euro dollar quite a bit of consolidation here. For me, I think that euro dollar might change its trend now slowly to the upside, from downtrend to the uptrend. And if we look at the weekly, we can see that there's weekly doji. The price is forming that pattern on the weekly, and we could see this market is heading to the upside on euro dollar, and we could see in that movement the price is going to the weekly liquidity zone. This is a very high liquidity area. Looking at the monthly, we can see that euro dollar with the monthly close with a a bearish candle, but at the same time we see that euro dollar has formed a series of higher low along the zone. And because it's a long-term bullish market, an impulse correction, we can expect another impulse on euro dollar, and we can expect now the price to slowly move up to the resistance line again. If we look at the weekly, we can see that there is a movement. Now we might see again a pullback. So if you look at the overall structure on euro dollar from bigger picture multi-time frame, we see the market is kind of maintaining this support level. And if we draw this channel, okay, so we need to force to draw it. So what we saw that the price created this movement, support level, movement, support level. Now we can expect it for the price to move back to the resistance line, at least to this liquidity zone we can expect. So this trend from this downtrend, now we might see euro dollar moving to the uptrend. Now if we look at the daily, there's a consolidation, we saw that movement. So from lower time frame, euro dollar has grabbed liquidity here, okay, and then form this bullish candle followed by another bullish middleman. Right now we saw that euro dollar from this zone, the price is slowly bouncing to the upside, and we can expect this price to continue to rise. This is a typical bullish price action. Okay, for me, I will be entering once I will see the pullback. This is now a bullish price action. We can look for entry to the upside on euro dollar. Thanks for that, guys. Time frame is always convincing when it comes to fully bullish, fully bearish. Yeah, time frame is very, very important. Yeah, so fully bullish, fully bearish, we'll be discussing that. Okay, so Omoladi Yusuf. Okay, so time frame, regardless of time frame, can be fully bullish or fully bearish, because it's all about what time frame you are trading, because every time frame has a trend, right? So it doesn't have to be that 5 minutes or 15 minutes. It's about what time frame you are trading. For example, if you see a monthly pullback, you might see 4 hour a very strong trend, or 5 minutes strong trend, because trend is a let's say 5 minutes trend is 5 minutes trend, and you need to look for a fully bullish, fully bearish market on 5 minutes. So what do I mean by fully bullish or fully bearish. Let's look at that. The mean by that, for example, when you see a market creating series of lower high and lower low and trending nicely, which is fully, let's say this one is fully bearish. Now which one is not fully bearish? Let's look at that. You see this one here, this zone is not fully bearish. Okay, now you see that the market is bouncing to the upside, which is turning to be bullish. So what factors determine? Let's look at that. When you see the market tested the smart money zone and then completely rejected, tested the smart money zone and then started to create higher high and higher low, this is where the fully bullish or bearish comes in place. Again repeating, when you see the price tested the smart money zone and the price take off and creating series of higher high and higher low smoothly, this is where the market is fully bullish or fully bearish. Now to understand the smart money, also keep eye this weekend on YouTube. I will be releasing for free how to determine a smart money zone. Okay, and then you will know exactly when the market is turning to fully bullish or bearish. So basically smart money zone is where the big boys, the bigger mover in the market, they buy or sell. Now why it is important? Because if I quickly explain, as I mentioned, need a separate video that I have prepared, will be releasing on weekend in London session time. But just quickly recapping, the summarizing is, let's say when you see that market created that move and then has broken out, so when the smart money buy or sell, they cannot trade like a retail trader that we do. They do it in block, for example, like that. Why the market trend like this? Okay, the reason is when they buy, okay, let's say we can buy one lot or 0.1 lot and the price going up or down, but they cannot do like this. They need to do it block by block. For example, they bought from here, this is the order block, the price has gone up, and then they will take profit, other retail trader or anyone. Once the price will come to a zone, they will do another block, it will move another movement, and then it will come. So that's how the smart money trade. They cannot trade like us, and because of that the market moves in that way. Okay, so that's why it is important to buy in a market which is fully bullish or bearish, otherwise we will be stopped out. Okay, because ultimately the market, otherwise they gather liquidity. Okay, there is a lot of manipulation happens in the market. So let's see euro dollar, which is, we see that the market is now bouncing to the upside and we could see that movement, and along the way we'll find an entry, we'll be looking to enter the trade. Yeah, that's a very good move. 100 pip is a good move. Yeah, I think it's just retracement catch. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, higher high and higher low for market. Yes, Harry, that's the main thing here. Looking for higher high and higher low when the market is fully bullish, lower high and lower low when the market is fully bearish. Very good, thanks for that. Also guys, make sure that you join the free Telegram channel, link in the description area, and also I can give you a link on the live chat to stay connected, to stay up to date with all the content, educational content and everything that we are releasing every single day. So free Telegram channel I've given here, you can join the free Telegram channel. Click the link, join the free Telegram channel, and stay connected with all the things that we have. Means coach, what's your ethnicity? Thanks, Maj Rahman. Thanks for your appreciation. I really appreciate that you said. It really helps us to motivate, because you know, we human being really want to be appreciated, and I also appreciate your support to the channel. Thanks for that. Dollar Swiss franc analysis. Thank you very much. What about Gbpusd? Yeah, we'll be looking at the dollar Swiss franc. Yeah, I entered long already, coach. It is. Can we take a bigger swing trade on Euro USD long position? Yeah, once you will find an entry, we will be looking at that. Patrick, coach, I'm following you for a year now. Honestly, can tell you the best trader I have ever seen since I have started to follow you. Okay, Patrick, very good. Thanks for mentioning that. Yeah. Also, you guys also very supportive. Thanks for that. Okay. Let's look at now on Gbpjpy. So if you look at Gbpjpy, what I see that this is a long-term bullish market. Let me look at the bigger picture, monthly. Now from the monthly perspective, we can see that Gbpjpy had a strong movement. With that strong move, this is the monthly move. It's a bigger picture on Gbpjpy. Now with that movement on Gbpjpy, if we draw this support level on the monthly, we can see that this price in fact had a strong bounce. Now if we look at the weekly, this week so far the price has come to the weekly support, had a bounce, means that we can expect now the price to move up, because it's maintaining still series of higher low in a long-term uptrending market. If we look at the daily, we can see that Gbpjpy from the daily maintained a very important support level. Okay, we saw from this support there is a bounce. Today so far the price on the zone where it's still not that much of move, but let's look at the 4-hour how the price is doing now in this area. Now you can see Gbpjpy previously had this move and then consolidation, and then we can expect the price to go up again on Gbpjpy. Now this consolidation pattern is also, this one also a bullish pattern on GJ. Okay, now what I will be waiting on this price is for the price to break down first. Okay, break to the downside and then grab liquidity. Especially you can see this is the smart money area where the previous resistance zone, which is turning support here, and then the price to continue to move to the upside. So Gbpjpy, I'll wait for a breakdown. Once it will grab liquidity from here, then we'll look for potential bullish trading opportunity in Gbpjpy. Let's see how it goes. I think that it will remain bullish. Once it will drop the liquidity from support, we can look for bullish trading opportunity on GJ. Hello coach, kindly look at Gbpcad. Yeah, absolutely, we'll be looking at that. Okay, so let me see. All right, so we saw that let me go back to gold, like guys, to see. We saw that that's the movement on gold. So it's still maintaining bullish market structure. from 15 minutes it's still bullish, and also from 5 minutes the price action is still bullish. So I want to see that the market has dropped, okay, grab liquidity along the zone, and then again moving towards the upside. If you look at the daily, the price is almost nearing the daily 20 EMA, highly likely to test this zone now, and then from that zone we might see that again downside little bit, but for the time being we see that typical there is an imbalance in that zone which is very strongly bullish price action. So you see that market is maintaining that bullish, and we could see that continuing to the upside. I want to see it has broken against the trend and then giving us an entry. Okay, there was an entry here, we didn't take it, but let's see, let it drop back. All right, so what point you want to sell, like why do you want to sell? That's the question. So either buy or sell. It's a bull market, so I will be looking for bullish entry, but let me know why you want to sell. It's a very good question, isn't it? You need to know why you want to sell as well. Okay, so let's look at other pairs. In the meantime, guys, if you are looking for regulated broker, our recommended broker is Gbpusd. You can start trading with a regulated broker. I'm giving a link in the live chat, and also there is a link in the description. You can start using Gbpusd. Click the link, register for free, and then start trading with a regulated broker. You can start trading with them without any hesitation. Any capital will be in the safe hand. Gold has mitigated the daily demand zone and lead to the break of structure. Yeah, still we see that gold is to the upside. Okay, I think that this is where we see that strong movement. It could continue to rise. It's almost nearly the daily resistance line. It might break the previous day's high even. We see, so after testing this, it's approaching the daily 20 EMA. We might see that after testing the daily 20 EMA, we might see that rejection, and then we could see continuation again. So the price normally moves from imbalance to the imbalance zone. So this is a huge imbalance after this massive drop, and you can see that move again to fill that imbalance. Okay, so in the meantime, let's look at indices. Let me see. Okay, so Nasdaq, this is the daily chart on Nasdaq. Okay, what we see that if we look at the monthly on Nasdaq and the weekly, let me look at the weekly. So this is almost the end of the week. What we see that Nasdaq from the weekly, I'll be first looking at the monthly. Now from the monthly, what we saw that the previous month there is a bullish candle that has a long wick here and also long wick here. So back to back, two long wick on the monthly on we are doing US100. Okay, let me see that the same thing. All right, so we see that and then from that zone, what we see that the price currently coming down for a rejection. Okay, pullback. This is the monthly. I think that we could see the price breaking the monthly low or monthly opening and closing, and then we could see another bounce. Now if we look at the weekly, the price already has tested this zone and formed this candle. So from the weekly, if we see that move, you can see that this is a massive move on the weekly on let me see that one. So if we look at this move and looking at the daily will give you a bit more clearer idea of how the market is moving. Now from the daily, what we see that this is the daily support level. Okay, and the price already with this daily impulse, the price has a move, correction, move, deeper correction, and we see the price on a daily support, and from this zone slowly turning to be bullish, right? So this is the weekly and monthly support as well, and from this zone what I think now the price might try to go to the liquidity zone again in that area. Okay, so from the 4-hour, this is where support level, this is the previous swing low. Okay, maintaining that higher low, I think that the price will move to the upside again to create a new higher high. So this is a currently turning to a bull market. Okay, it's turning to a bull market. Now if we look at the US30, now US30, I'll be looking at the daily. Now US30 also doing according to the plan. I will discuss that. Gold is in downtrend. Absolutely. Thank you, coach. You are. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, absolutely, no problems. Thank you for your appreciation. Okay, so US30, I will be looking at first of all weekly time frame. Now weekly candle, previous week a very strong bullish engulfer. Looking at monthly, now monthly preview, after the previous monthly close, we saw that US30 has a bounce. Now with that bounce on the monthly, we could see that this market is going to this resistance line. Okay, if we look at the weekly, we can see that there is a bullish engulfer followed by the price has come to this zone, this previous neckline, and forming long wick candle. Highly likely that we could see the market is going to the resistance line again. If we look at the daily, now this is where we can see that impulse, the breakup trend line. Okay, from the daily we draw this resistance line, complete breakout, and a breakout tested, and now forming another bullish price action. I think that US30 slowly will turn to bullish, but for me, you know why I'm not opening it still yet is because I want to see a little deeper down, because if you see that move, the correction is still not deeper. We could see from the 4 hour, you can see it's forming smaller candles. Highly likely anytime we'll see the spike coming up, and then we'll see that movement coming. So this is what I will be waiting for, a spike and then trending to the upside. Right, guys. So listen about Eurusd. Thanks again for, yeah, thanks there. Yeah, absolutely. You know, this is a complete understanding of trading. You know, developing a sound trading psychology is the key to be successful as a trader. Looking at the gold again, you said that movement. You know, this is where the most trader fail. If you study the professional trader, you know, successful trader who are really truly successful, they give the highest emphasis on developing strong sound trading psychology. Okay, how many of you really work on that developing trading psychology? Let me know in the chat. It's important that you take steps and you do on that. One of the easiest way, you know, I will tell you a very superficial way to develop it. It will really will change the way you look at as a trader. Let me give you the technique. Is, see, what you're gonna do is, when you go to the bed, when everything's quiet, okay, the light is off, you know, everyone fall asleep, probably you are also falling asleep, and when you lay down, close your eyes, and once you close your eyes, then try to imagine the wildest way possible, that how do you want to see as a trader, or who do you want to see. Okay, it is, what I'm saying is not something imaginary, is the truth. This is how everything works. I will tell you exactly how it works. When you lay down on the bed, okay, clearly see in your imagination that who you want to be as a trader. How do you see? And then try to create that image first inside of your mind, that who you are as a trader. Okay, what you are doing, what you are, everything. Okay, and then fall asleep. Just that is okay. Trust me, it will completely change. You need to do it every day. It will completely, you even don't know how it will change. The reason is, see, everything we go create in our life is based on our image inside our mind, which is some people call self-image. Or now, once you change that from the fundamental aspect, that middle brain that we are talking about, it will start to shift. Okay, and that's a higher dimension. That's the reality that you are triggering to go to take, you know, to take the turn to the other direction. It will completely change your way of looking as a trader. So do that, and you'll see that it really works. And all the successful people, they do in that same way. This is the very powerful. As I learned in almost 2 months in trading coach, is the patience. That's the most important to develop as a trader. Yeah, absolutely. Patience is the key. Okay, took 200 people on gold. Awesome. Yeah, patience is the key. Okay, because when you patiently wait, even not trading, watching the chart, you started to grow and learn. You know, when I have seen a long experience, let's say you are on 2 or 3 trade, 4 trade running, what you're gonna do is that you started to only think about those trade, how you will manage, what will happen, is it gonna work or is it not gonna work, and you will not have any idea what's happening in the market. But if you patiently wait and watch and analyze, you will have a clear understanding, because your emotion is not entangled with any kind of trading, and that's very fast, and that will help you to develop that. Okay, so let's look at, okay, we see this move. That's the move coming. As I mentioned, it's almost nearly hitting the daily 20 EMA, which is a very high area of value. From that zone, we might see that a bit more bounce coming to the downside. So if we look at the bigger picture on gold now, where we looking at is, if you look at the weekly, you can see that the price has come to the weekly support level and then had a bounce. Right now, what I think that gold likely to go up. Okay, as I mentioned in the weekly forex forecast, the gold initially to come back down and then go up, is done that. Now I would say that gold, now if you look at this Fibonacci from the weekly, from high to the low, we can expect the 38.2% Fibonacci level on gold, which is very likely to happen. If we look at the daily, we can see the same situation from the daily, and this rejection on the daily on gold is, in fact, this is the support level. And that's the bounce from the support. Okay, and I think that that's the change of trend on gold, and we could see that later the price might test this level and then slowly turning to a bull market, as we have seen on euro dollar and Gbpusd. Also we saw that bullish move coming, changing the trend. So basically highly likely gold is changing its trend from a downtrend to an uptrend. Okay, so very highly likely that gold will move in that direction from bigger picture perspective. Okay, so we see that gold is turning to a bull market. Okay, so we can see gold turn to bull market, and very highly likely it continues to the upside. Lot size, thanks for that. Lot size, Bala, it depends on, you know, what is your risk percentage. Everyone will have a different lot size based on the risk percentage. There is no fixed lot size that one can trade. That you need to understand. And yeah, it is important that you need to find out the lot size based on your risk percentage. Because I have really learned from you, and thank you. Yeah, confidence is very, very important, especially in trading. All right, and you know why it is so important is because it is easy to lose confidence as a trader. You know, is because trading will come sometime, losing trades also will come, and this is where the confidence shakes. Every trader struggle on that area. because there will be a time that you might be in a drawdown. And how do you maintain that homogeneity in your trading is because from the place of confidence, and confidence comes from experience. Keep in mind, experience, knowledge is power. Gaining experience, gaining knowledge will give you the confidence. And that's why this academy is also a great area to build up that confidence. And I invite you to join us also to develop that. Okay, once we have all the strategies, you'll be trading with us, access all the trading tools will help you to build that confidence that you need as a trader. So link in the description. Also you can join us, there is a link at the top of the chat. Click the link, visit the website and click join now button. You will be able to join to be part of this trading community. You will be accessing all the things that we have. So make sure you do that if you really want to be a professional trader. Link in the description and also link at the top of the chat. Any question, live agent available, you can ask her any question that you have. Just the best funding, Raja. Yep, will be for the funding coming up very soon. We'll be discussing that. Okay, I've seen that new trader ask in a chat buy or sell. Then yeah, thanks for that. Lot size. Okay, so let's see quickly. I will be going through all of them to see. Aussie CAD, we see that bullish as tomorrow CAD news coming, so CAD pairs might be very volatile. AUD USD also bullish, CAD CHF, CAD JPY. So CAD short term dropping, which is, I think if you look at the daily, as the CAD news coming, we might see some volatility on that. CHF JPY, let me see. Euro AUD. Euro AUD is still showing bearish. Let me see. Euro CAD. Okay, euro dollar is maintaining. So dollar pairs are trending now nicely, as I mentioned, which is trending is good. GBP AUD also, GBP CAD, GBP CHF. We see that this all of them is trending. GBP JPY, I think it will drop down for liquidity grab. GBP NZD, so I had a question from, I think from Akin. GBP NZD, if we look at the daily, we can see that this is a bull market. Okay, and looking at first of all bigger picture monthly, we can see that from the monthly there is a massive monthly move here. Okay, this is a massive move, narrow correction. We can see the market now slowly turning to the upside. And if we look at the weekly on GBP NZD, we can see that this is the move to the upside and the price has come to this previous support level, bouncing. That means that we can expect it to continue to the upside. If we look at the daily, we can see that this is the daily price action on GBP NZD. Big move, narrow doji, another move. So it is maintaining still a bullish market structure. From the 4 hour, you can see the market has, this is the smart money area. Okay, this is the previous resistance turn support. I think the GBP NZD is slowly turning to a bull market as GBP getting stronger. So GBP NZD also is forming an inverted head and shoulder along this zone, and we can expect GBP NZD to move towards the upside. Okay, and GBP USD after this doji, in fact, bounced strongly to the upside. Okay, and we can see that majority of the pairs now started to trend. So NZD USD also for me yeah, NZD/USD also turning to be bullish for me. I think that this one also may continue to rise to the upside slowly with the strengthening of most of the um, currencies. So we see that NZD/USD from this, you can see there was a structure here, breakdown, liquidity grab, is trending. Now the market is showing a direction with the trend, and NZD/USD we see this movement coming. This one I think will also turn to bull market. Okay, so yeah, dollar Swiss franc, USD CHF has broken the trend line. We might see further drop. Okay, we might see trending. I think USD CNHS also may fall from the sky, because this is a very long-term trend. I think this one is changing its trend now. If you look at the monthly, you can see that market has a stronger, with this movement we might see this one also coming down deeper. The dollar yen, we had a trade today early. Now dollar yen, what we see that the market didn't go in that direction. So that means dollar yen failed to break the resistance line, and we see that dollar yen might be breaking the low, coming back down, and that could lead, if you look at the daily now, what is the new shape could be is dollar yen highly likely may come back to this swing low. This is the previous support level. I think dollar yen might now break down slowly and then will trend again to the upside. So from the lower time frame, dollar yen failed to create a higher high, means that we might see some downside breaking this swing low, and then maybe we could see the dollar yen again trending towards the upside. Okay, so yeah, we see the dollar getting weaker, and majority of the instrument including gold very volatile. Gold and highly likely changing its trend, so we'll have some definitely good trade coming up on gold, guys. Stay tuned. Make sure you check all the link in the description area. Join the free Telegram channel to stay up to date that everything we are doing in Forex Trading Wizard Academy. And also if you are interested to be part of our VIP group, also you can visit the website and also join us to learn our strategies and also to trade with us. Could you give example like confident trader, disciplined, profitable trade? Dorin, very good question. Could you give example like confident trader, disciplined, profitable trader, etc.? Absolutely. So yeah, confident trader is, say, disciplined, confident, profitable, they are interrelated. Okay, a confident trader is not the one who wins all the trade, not the one who also loses. So what is a confident trader is the one who, let's forget about the trader. What is in fact a confidence? It's a very fundamental question. It will really help you to understand a big question that maybe many of you ask. Let me know in the chat. I want to see first what is a confidence in fact. Let's see how many of you are coming up with ideas. I know that you guys are very good at ideas, so let me know in the chat what is a confidence, and then we'll add trader on it. So you see that from 1 hour gold, this is a bullish price action. We might see the market is breaking to the upside. Okay, so once you can see the market has broken to the upside on the 4 hour. So once you know what is confidence, it's exactly being a trader as a being a confident trader. Okay, so I'm waiting for some response and then we'll go to that point. Okay, okay, so I got an answer. Confidence is when you have tested your strategy to do a task and it had resulted positive results in the past. Confidence is when you have tested your strategy. Yeah, that's a part of. Okay, Adrian said confidence can be patience. Okay, Muhammad Yusuf said task. Okay, anyone have coming up with any ideas? Okay, so now let me know how. Okay, very good. All right, so let's look at that point. All right, belief in or something. Okay, anyone have any other ideas? All right, very good. So I saw that many of you have come up with ideas. So everyone have the notion. It's good. Let me tell you what is in fact what I think that confidence is, or what is in fact in actual sense confidence. So it will exactly reflect as a trader. You'll see that. See, confidence is deeply knowing inside that whatever happens, I'm okay. You see what is a confidence? Discipline. Very good. So confidence is deep inside, take reasonable action without fear. Very good. Yeah, very good. So let's go back. So you see, if you know that, you know that exactly what will happen. So confidence is knowing deeply, deep inside, not on the surface, that whatever happens, I'm okay, there's no problem. Okay, that is true confidence. Now then what it reflects in trading is that when you know that, okay, whatever happens, I'm okay. Okay, so this is when, which is a true knowing, that let's say deep inside you know that whatever happens, I'm okay, there is no problem. That is called the true confidence. And when, so if you reflect it on the trading, that now whatever happened to my trading account, I'm okay, that is a confident trader. Now when you can truly say to yourself that whatever happened, not in my trading account, whatever happened with the trade, I'm okay, that is a confident trader. So when can you say to yourself that whatever happens with the trade, news released, trade goes wrong, trade goes right, I'm okay? When you can say that, when you do the risk management, you have a strategy, you are disciplined. You see, this is the key points. Let's say if you took a trade and you had a 100k account, and then you took a trade with 30% risk and you didn't put a stop loss, then you are not confident, because deep inside you know that something is wrong, that you are not okay. But if you do the risk management, if you have put the stop loss in the right place and you took smaller risk, bigger profit target, you know that whatever happens with the trade, I am okay, because I have a strategy. If this trade doesn't work out, I know that the next one will give me everything that has gone plus 2-3 trades profit. That is when you are a true confident trader. You see, this is how being a confident trader, having a strategy, learning the risk management, and then stick to the plan so that you can execute that plan and become a profitable trader. Now it's not a one-day job. I know I was, if I tell you that now, I was the well below the average. Okay, always. I had a lot of struggle to improve myself. I would say that for those who are watching here, I was below the average always, and it took me a lot of hard work to do that. So for you, I think it will be much easier to develop that, to go to that place. Just a little bit of hard work and it's gonna come. Hard work means like being patient, and then learning the risk management, doing a little bit of work, and it's gonna come to you. Okay, thanks for that. USDCHF. Okay, AUDCHF, absolutely. We'll be looking at that AUDCHF. Okay, so if you look at the daily on AUDCHF, what you see that I'll be looking at bigger picture monthly. So monthly, we can see with this doji, there is a movement happen on the monthly. This is what we expected previously. Now with that move, we saw that AUDCHF had a bounce. With that bounce, the prices crossed this doji's high on the monthly, coming down for a deeper pullback. For me, I think AUDCHF from the monthly perspective, we could see further move to the upside. If you look at the weekly, that we can see there's a strong bullish engulfer followed by a gap opening so far this week. I think that AUDCHF may come down further to the support level, will give another opportunity to go long. This is turning to a bull market as well. If we look at the daily, we can see that there's a daily move, doji movement coming down. I think that AUDCHF highly likely will come back to this daily support level where there is a doji here. So from the 4-hour, we see that AUDCHF, you can see the market has formed a pattern here. I think it will form this head and shoulder. Okay, and then the price will drop back to this level, highly likely will break this low, and then we could see that bullish move coming. So for the time being, we could see short-term drop on AUDCHF, and then we might see the price is moving towards the upside on AUDCHF. So it's short-term downside on this one now. Yeah, that's me on that. That's a very good answer. Believe you can. That's a real confidence. Okay. So if AUD CAD reach daily 20 EMA, yeah. So AUD CAD, let me see. Okay, if we look at the daily, all right. So from the daily, AUD CAD reach daily 20 EMA. I think it has crossed the daily 20 EMA. This market also turning to a bull market. Yeah, AUD CAD might be freshly turning to a bull market. If you look at the monthly, we can see that from the monthly, there was a strong impulse and then coming down to the support level. This is a support, and you can see from this monthly level, we can see AUD CAD is moving towards the upside, and you can see there is an imbalance in that zone, and highly likely that AUD CAD may continue to rise to the upside. So this is a freshly developed uptrend. If we look at the weekly, we can see that there's a doji, okay, and then the bullish move, highly likely that AUD CAD might be moving towards the upside. This is the weekly. Now if we look at the daily, we can see that there is a daily here we see that inverted head and shoulder forming. The price is, this is the daily candle. In fact, it's a bullish candle on AUD CAD, and yeah, I think AUD CAD highly likely will turn to bull. Okay, it's forming that structure. So from the 4 hour, already it developed a locally bullish trend, creating series of higher high and higher low. And it might, I'll try to enter the trade. This kind of market I like to trade. It's a very organized bullish market now, and you can see that this is the channel, right? The price highly likely with that move will break this channel, will come back down here, and then will trend. So this is where I'll look for potential entry opportunity on AUD CAD. And this market, because it's a freshly developed uptrend, we could see that with this movement on AUD CAD is going to that long level where there is the neckline of this previous support down resistance. Okay, so I will try to enter a swing trade here on this one with at least 5 to 1 or 3 to 1 reward to risk, and I will send the same trade as soon as I will enter to you guys in the VIP group. If you want to be part of that, you can join us, link in the description area. Okay guys, so yeah, I strongly believe that you are enjoying this live session. Today we missed a trade on gold in the beginning, so we couldn't find any entry so far. I will be still watching. You see this 5 minutes, there is a doji, so I want to see that local breakdown on gold, and once you see that, I'll look for an entry on gold. It's very strongly bull market now. Once I will find an entry, I will be entering the trade. I will keep watching until the end of the New York session, and tomorrow also very important day coming up. So guys, stay tuned. Make sure you also check out our website. If you want to join us, I'll recommend you to join to be part of the trading community. And with that said, I'm going to end this session. I'll come on live again twice tomorrow, like every day for the rest of my life. You'll see me doing that. So make sure you also dedicate what you do, and I'm sure that every one of you is going to be a successful trader. Thank you, and I'll see you soon in the next live. Until that, stay happy, stay well. Make sure you manage your risk when you trade, and trade a smaller, even a smaller account. Thank you.